Hey there, welcome back to another Scratch tutorial. So you've made your awesome car game, and make sure you actually save it, and you should be all right there. You can also hit the share button right here, and that will share it to your account, so people can actually take a look at it, and they can play the game on your website, or rather your Scratch account. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my script here. So you've made this great game, but it only has one level. How do we create a second level to move on to? Okay, so first thing we got to do is we have to create another stage. So I'm going to do that by clicking on my backdrop, or click on the actual backdrop here on the left, click on backdrops, and I'm going to click the paintbrush because I'm going to paint a new one. The thing is, we want to use the same color that we used before. Everything needs to stay the same. We use a dark green color, and I'm going to paint it green again. Then I'm going to get the paintbrush. Actually, let me get this circle here. I don't know why I didn't use that before. Get the gray. Now this one's not too important, but oh, that doesn't work. Need the brush. Okay. So I need to start at the same, hit the stop button, and we need to kind of start at the same spot we did before in the past, which is rightly up here. And we're going to make the level a little different. Okay, actually that looks impossible. Okay, then we're going to get the line tool, and we're going to select that purple color again, that dark purple color. Bring this to about halfway, and then draw a line this way. So you kind of have the idea now that if the car passes that point, it should finish. I'm going to call the backdrop up here, call it level 2. And that's it. I think we should be good. So we got to do a couple of scripts here. I don't know if I'm going to get this right on the first try, but we'll see what happens. Game is saving. Okay, so you can see our car starting up here. And if I click the check mark, the little green, the game should start. I'm going to run through it real quick, or fast I can. Let me see if I go on the green. Yes, it does work. Because we've programmed the script on the actual vehicle. And so if the conditions around it change, as long as they stay similar, it should be okay. Here we go, here we go. Boom, boom. Okay, I should say you win. Here. There we go. Okay, so great. Our stage 2 works, but how do we connect them together? So you've already made your 2 levels. We're trying to figure out how to connect the first level with the second level using a script. So if I click on, so we need to break it down. Let's see here. Now I've clicked on the car, and the script, everything else is good. We're going to leave it alone. It's not going to change. But we need to add a variable into the mix by clicking make a variable, and we call it next level. When you call it next level, when you click OK, I already have it, so I'm going to click cancel. It'll create something on the top left that says next level in it, and it's a variable that we're going to be changing in order to modify the level that we're on. So just kind of stick with me on it. It's a little complicated to explain. Now, this particular command is saying that when I click on the green flag, there's a forever loop. If I touch the purple bar, or I pass the purple bar, the computer or the program will say you won the game. Now, if I finish the first level, I need to reset my location. So I went ahead and right-clicked up here, and I pressed duplicate, and that will duplicate those 2 codes. and I'm going to put it right here. Now this will allow me to restart from the very beginning. Now before we take a look at the change level thing, we're going to jump to our stage, click on backdrop. We're going to look at level 2. Go to the script there. Alright, so ignore the stuff I have on the right hand side. Those are my notes. So what you'll notice is we don't apply any scripts to the first level, but rather to the second level. So I'm going to click on events. I'm going to click this option here. When the game starts, I want to make sure that the backdrop does not start at level 2, but rather level 1. So when we click, I'm going to make sure that the level is set to 0. And the look, we're going to switch the backdrop to level 1. This is just saying, I mean, we don't even need this right now. This is just saying when we click the box, when we click that flag, it means that level 1 should be showing on the actual screen. Okay, but this variable here, the next level, is going to allow us to change that. So that's that. Okay, this note here is saying when clicked, okay, there's a forever loop, meaning it's listening the entire time. That's what a forever loop is doing. It's listening the entire time. It's saying that when the level changes by 1, right? That's what this is saying. It says wait until, there's an operator here. So an operator, put that in here. Take the data. So it's saying, so if you take a look at the left hand side, you'll see it says next level 0. When that number changes to a 1, if the next level value, we're going to type in 1, changes to 1, I want the program to go to the next backdrop. In this case, level 2, right? We can even say switch to backdrop to level 2, but this code will allow us to apply it to anything. Once it's done, we're going to apply a level set back to level 0, and this will make sure that it resets. So everything looks good so far. I'm going to put these away. I'm going to get rid of them because we've already done that. So let's review. I'm going to go to my car. When I click the flag, everything has stayed the same, all the actions and the movement. If I touch the green, I die, I restart. But when I touch the purple bar, it's going to tell me I won, and it's going to reset my position. However, I want this action to occur. I want it to change to level by 1. Okay? Now, when the level changes by 1, the stage level 2 is listening to that action. Click on the stage 2 backdrops, go to my scripts. It's saying that it's listening, right? It's listening until that value changes to a 1, then it will change the backdrop. And with that, it will reset back to 0. Okay, I know it sounds complicated, and it does. So let's start the game. So I pressed the flag, the game has started over. Car movements are all the same, everything still works. If I touch the green, I'll lose. Okay, it's going through, and once I pass this point, the next level should change to a 1 up here, real quick, real briefly. And then it goes away, right? So then I continue on to level 2. Oh, I accidentally lost there. Started back at the beginning. So we do know it works. Okay, here we go. Okay. Made it to the end. And once we make it to the end, it resets again to the very beginning of the level. And you can set it up so it says a message or something of that nature. That's totally up to you. But that's it. That's how you set up a level. We'll quickly review it. I'll click back on my sprite, the little car. When I click on that green flag, it starts the loop. The forever loop is running. In other words, this loop is continuously checking. If I touch the purple bar, I have 1. It resets my position and I change this variable to 1. This variable connects me to my backdrop, which allows me, go to the script here, which signifies a change. So this script or this backdrop is waiting. It's waiting and waiting and waiting until that changes. But we don't have to we don't need that next level to be visible at all. So we're just going to hide that box there. But that's what happens. It's just listening and listening and listening. And once it soon changes to 1, it changes to the backdrop and it resets that next level. So that's how setting up your levels work. There's other ways to do it, but this is just one of them.